Hey guys, Ben from BensGameTime. Welcome back to more Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy Duelist. Last time, we dueled against Merrick after all this time in the Battle City Finals and won. And after that, we took possession of the Millennium Rod. We had all the different Egyptian god cards. And now this time, we are doing the final duel. And as you can see, we got Yugi facing off against Yugi. So let's begin. So, now that the Pharaoh saved the world, there was one thing he had to do, move on to the afterlife. Okay, so before moving on, they skipped over a lot of stuff after this point. There was, immediately after the Battle City tournament, there was a movie. They had a movie after the Battle City tournament. So that was something that they did, although, it's kind of weird how, I don't know, it takes place after Battle City, but it's not, definite. In the show, it seems like the events of the next season take place immediately after, but I guess they don't, and the movie just falls in between. Anyway, so yeah, they had a movie. They had another season against this group who used a card called the Serial Lori Calcos, and that card would make it so that way their monsters would gain 500 attack. They can actually summon up to 10 monsters with that card in play. It's like a field spell. And then the loser of the duel would lose their soul. And the main villain in that season was this guy named Darts, who was trying to awaken this monster called the Great Leviathan, and all that stuff. And there's these 3 legendary dragons that Yugi, Joey, and Kaiba, they all got one of them. And because of this great evil, they just couldn't use the god cards. They just didn't work. So yeah. Actually, they were stolen from Yugi, so that's why he couldn't use them. So they had a whole season about that. They had another season where Kaiba was holding this world tournament where the winner would get the honor to duel Yugi, but it was more of a season centered around Kaiba and how one of his business rivals, he entered the tournament and was trying to destroy Kaiba Corp and all that. So there was that season, and then I think there was another season where they did this other game that wasn't Duel Monsters. It was involved capsules. I only saw a few episodes of that one. I don't even really remember it being on TV that much. I think they just didn't show it in the initial run of Yu-Gi-Oh! Or maybe they did and I just missed it. I don't know. But yeah, I did not remember really watching much of that capsule season on TV. I just found a DVD of it at a Borders once and watched it. But anyway, and then the final season is one where it's Bakura, he gets his Millennium Ring back, he's super evil, and so basically it's Bakura, or the spirit inside Bakura, and the spirit inside Yugi, they kind of are having this battle where it's the Pharaoh needs to figure out what his actual name is in a given time limit, and then they're looking into the past of Egypt when he was originally ruling and all that, and then you have the other guys, they all in there trying to help him figure it out and all that stuff. And so yeah, it's just a big look into the whole original lifespan of the Pharaoh and all that stuff. So yeah, they skipped over 3 or 4 whole seasons, and now we're at the very end where the Pharaoh now needs to go into the afterlife. And so yeah, moving on. Guided by Merrick, Ishizu, and Odeon, the team went to the sacred underground temple that housed the gateway to the afterlife. To open the door, the Pharaoh had to seal away the Egyptian god cards and the 7 Millennium items and have one final duel, a ritual duel against Yugi. The duel would determine whether Yugi could now stand on his own as his own man and not need the Pharaoh's help anymore. So, this is the first time in my life I have hoped for my opponent's victory. But in order for this duel to truly test our readiness to separate, I must fight with all of my might. Or strength, or whatever. So, Pharaoh, now that you've left the puzzle, I can't hear your thoughts anymore, but somehow I still know what you're thinking, and I feel the same way. If you taught me anything, it's to put your heart into your deck and duel with everything you've got, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. So yeah, they gotta have one final duel, Yugi versus Yugi, as a way to open up the door to the afterlife and all that. And in the show, it was if Pharaoh won, then he couldn't proceed, whereas if Yugi won, then he would be able to move on. So yeah, and like, obviously you can't just like surrender the duel and say that's it. So yeah, we got an entirely new deck for the most part, actually. Okay, well, let's see what happened there. Immediately I am confused a little bit. So let's see. What did he do before looking at my cards? Okay, he discarded Dark Magician. Interesting. You can special summon this card by discarding one card. Okay, so you discarded Dark Magician, and then you also played a face-down card and a face-down monster. So, alright. Let's use Pot of Greed. For obvious reasons, it's Pot of Greed. Why wouldn't you? Alright, so yeah, we got some actually like interesting cards here for Yugi's deck. We have Block Golem. If all the monsters in your graveyard are Earth, you contribute this card to target 2 level 4 or lower Rock-type monsters in your graveyard, except Block Golem. Special summon those targets, but their effects that activate on the field cannot be activated this turn. Okay, we got Summon Skull, we got Curse of Dragon, and then we got the Magnet Warrior. So, Silent Magician level 4. So these are a new type of card where it's like their level is in their name, and then you can like work your way up a little bit. So, each time your opponent draws a card, place one spell counter on this card, maximum of 5. This card gains 500 attack for each spell counter on it. During the standby phase of your next turn, after the 5th spell counter is placed on this card, you can send this face-up card with 5 spell counters to the graveyard and special summon one Silent Magician level 8 from your hand or deck. So yeah, that's the thing. You want to preserve this card in order to be able to summon a really good card. So that's a little special thing. However, even after one card, it's gonna not be good enough. So we got, on the other hand, Silent Swordsman level 3. So negate your opponent's spell cards that target this card during your standby phase. You can send this face-up card to the graveyard, special summon one Silent Swordsman level 5 from your hand or deck. You cannot activate this effect the turn this card is summoned or flipped. Alright. So, yeah. Where do I want to begin? He's got this thing out. So no matter what I summon, it's going to be destroyed. Which sucks. Let's summon Gamma in defense mode for right now. And then just go from there. A Swords of Revealing Light or something like that would be very helpful at this point. And yeah, he's got a few different cards as well, but he also has like some of the cards he's been using last season. So he has the Knights, he has the Beast cards, and then he has this thing as well. Okay, we got Monster Reborn. Yeah, let's Do I want a Monster Reborn? What do I want a Monster Reborn? I know I want to use this, because I need to. Yeah, sure, we'll just do Gamma, because attack mode, it doesn't matter, because I'm going to, like, sacrifice him to get Summon Skull on the field. And then we will destroy the Tricky, because that's the most powerful monster he has, and then we'll end turn there, and then next turn I think I might summon Silent Magician next turn. Yeah, because he's playing defensively, so I can start buffing this card up. Level up. Send one face-up level monster you control to the graveyard. Special summon one monster from your hand or deck that is listed in this set monster's text, ignoring its summoning conditions. Alright. So I think I can use this correctly, right? Okay, so I summon Silent Magician level 4 in attack mode. Send one face-up level monster you control to the graveyard, so I'd send that to the graveyard. Special summon one monster from your hand or deck that is listed in the sent monster's text. Alright, let's activate it. Let's see what I can do. So I discard this, and I think I can get, yes, I can get level 8 on the field already. Perfect. Ta-da. So there you go. Yeah, that's like one of the the best cards you can run with a level deck. Right there. It's just because you skip all the conditions, you just summon him. So let's see what this thing can do. It's very powerful. So, this cannot be special summoned or set. Must be special summoned by level 4. No other ways, except you can. I just did. This card is unaffected by your opponent's spell cards. Ooh, that's pretty good. So yeah, let's start offensive. Let's just start destroying things. So face down card, what is it? King's Knight. Alright, and then destroy Queen's Knight. We don't want him summoning Jack's Knight, even though that's not going to help him at all. And then we're going to end our turn right there. So there we go. We got two really powerful monsters on the field. Ooh, a face down card. Interesting. Alright, what else? Ooh, Swords of Revealing Light. That will be helpful. Put that down. And then negate your opponent's spell cards that target this card. During your standby phase, you can send this face-up card to the graveyard. Special summon one silent. Alright, we'll play him in attack mode, so that way we can try and get level 5 Silent Swordsman out on the field next turn. So, yeah, okay, Summon Skull, attack Gazelle. Silent Swordsman level 3, attack directly. And then Silent Magician level 8, attack directly. There we go, a lot of damage right there. Maybe next turn, well yeah, I'd say next turn will be it. Because we got two really powerful monsters, I just need to destroy whatever he plays. Nope, that's it. Yeah, I want to level up Silent Swordsman level 3 to level 5. And put him in attack mode. So let's see what this card effect is. Wow, this duel's going to be over already. We haven't even scratched the surface of Yugi's deck. Because he has like these gear monsters that are pretty good. That, you know, you can like, you got like 3 different colors of gears, and then like when you summon one of them, you can add one to your hand or field or something like that. And then he has this like dragon that just will destroy every card on the field, including itself, but then inflict like I think 300 points of damage per card to your opponent. So yeah, he has this is a really good deck right here. So what is Silent Swordsman's effect before we attack? So this card is unaffected by your opponent's spell effects. Good. During your next standby phase, after this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent by a direct attack, you can send this card to the graveyard and special summon level 7. Ooh. So yeah, there's like multiple stages to this. So we're going to attack with the Swordsman directly, even though we're not going to be able to summon his level 7 version, and then Silent Magician level 8 attack directly. And there we go. That was a pretty easy win, all things considered. So yeah, we did it. We have now defeated the Pharaoh in a duel. So, congratulations, well done. Yugi, you achieved a great victory for both of us. I was focusing so hard on playing the game that I forgot what winning this duel would actually mean. By defeating you, I've sent you away for good. No, you have opened the door for me. Thanks to you, my spirit can finally be at rest once again. I'll be back where I belong. Fate brought the two of us together for a reason, and we fulfilled our destiny. We've protected mankind from the return of the Shadow Games, and we've both grown tremendously along the way. I'm gonna miss you. You do realize we'll never truly be apart, right? The gift of kindness you've given me and the courage I've given you will remain with us, and that will forever bind us together. Right. Now that the battle ritual is complete, the Eye of Wajat, I think, words. So, the Eye of Wajat, let's just say that, that guards the door to the spirit world has awakened, and the spirit of the great pharaoh, which was trapped within the Millennium Puzzle for 5,000 years, is now free. The time has arrived. Tell the Eye your name. So yeah, that whole season was before this was about figuring out what his name was, and they finally figured it out. And now they're dueling, and now the duel's complete, so now he's gonna reveal it. I am the son of King Aknemcanon. My name is Atem. So yeah, that's his name. So, and there we go. We have completed the original Yu-Gi-Oh campaign. There we go. And we got an achievement as well. Nice. So yeah, that's the original Yu-Gi-Oh campaign. And so that is it for this episode. Join us next time when we start Yu-Gi-Oh GX. I will see you guys then.